You know, so I got saved right there.
Wow.
So that was where everything really took place for me, and you know, it's been a journey. It's really been a journey. Like he had brought me through a whole lot. You know what I
Wow.
mean? When I got saved there, nobody believed. Everybody I said within themselves say, yo, you only got church because you want one time you kill nobody no know say you.
Oh, people
That
said
was
that
yeah, that was the talk where everybody telling me for years.
for
People
years.
telling me that I said to me say, yo, you can't trick me, bro. I know say you not save and you not take your church thing serious. You know what I mean? And people are said to me, yo, I know that you're only doing this because you want when time you are out of suspicion whenever time you do anything at all.
Oh, how did that? How did that? How did that affect you?
It did because I was really trying. I was sincerely trying to do the right thing. I was sincerely trying to please God. And I felt like, you know what I mean, like God never have my back certain way.
Yeah, in that
You know what I mean?
step.
Because if people can say this about me and I said to me, yo, they might give me 2 months, they might give me 3 months in a church, and even when me there 1 year, people still say stuff about me. You know what I mean? Like you know, and it was like because I'm going to tell you straight, when I just got saved, I never shake everything that I was going through. I was still smoking marijuana. I would because what I used to do is that I used to cut down the amount of marijuana that I used to smoke until I got to the point where I didn't need it
It
anymore.
broke totally. Okay.
Right. And so I limited myself gradually until I didn't need it. You know what I mean? I was still smoking cigarette. I would hide and smoke it. And I would gradually break off a piece, break it down till it reached the half, until when it reached quarter, I say, yo, but I take 2 puff and chew it. Well, I don't need this. And that was when I gradually break some of the cycles and some of the stuff that I was going through. So it wasn't something easy, and so I guess I can understand same way why some of these people still held their mindset to
Yeah,
say, yo,
that mindset. Yeah.
yeah, but I was really struggling, and some people got saved and boom, everything what them I do them just cut off certain things. But I know it's not everything. I know that they were still struggling with some stuff. It may not have been public, but they were still struggling with some stuff. But for me, my thing was public, and I was questioning, and I said, "Yo, God, why me? Like, why you could have just set me free from all of them stuff so that I not have to worry about none of them thing here." You know what I mean, and stuff. But gradually, as time progresses, and then I started to see doors started to open up for me, and I started to get connected with people, and then I started to realize, oh snap, you want me alone? I've struggled because at one point in time, I thought I was the
You're the
evil.
only one. So even within your church community, you didn't have that level of freedom to share your own struggles. You were a bit isolated, or you at least felt isolated.
All right, let me explain. My church, my church was really small. When I say small,
Oh,
it was me, my pastor, his wife, his 2 daughters, and another church sister that got saved. So it was six
okay,
of us for a while.
okay.
And as I said, it was 6 of us, which is 4 female, 1 male. The only person who was in my age group were the females. They're not going to share with me their struggles like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I felt like I was the evil person because I would constantly go to one of my churches, and I would be pouring out to her and I tell her what me I struggle with. But she wouldn't share with me. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like, yo, damn, youth,
Are
you're
you
the devil.
alone?
You know what I mean? I felt like I'm the devil. Like that's how I felt. So even in church I still felt. And my pastor I couldn't relate to him.
Oh,
My pastor he was real old school. You know what I mean? I love him, you know. I'm not saying anything bad about him, but he
I
was real
mean,
old
you're
school.
just calling for your own experience.
Yeah, but not just that. When I would talk to him about stuff that I was going through, it's like he would say to me, Greg, you know, in my days, you know, we never used to hug females. We never used to even hold them hands. And I'm like, yo, pops, this is like norm for people to greet now. And you
Yeah.
see somebody and just hug them and it don't mean nothing. So I was left alone. You know what I
Oh,
mean? I was left by myself, and it was hard because I felt like I didn't have any support. And within my community, I was like the only young man there who was serving God at the time. All of my friends, none of them, none of the people that was in my vicinity was Christians. None, just me as a young youth. And so it wasn't until afterward, both those church sisters, they recognized because I was bringing to them certain stuff that they couldn't handle. You know what I mean? And they introduced me to two other friends that I had, which was a guy named Marlon Ponal and Robert Lemard.
Yeah.
And those guys have been my friends, real good friends, close friends up until this point in time.
Wow.
And they were the ones now who started to share with me, and then I recognized, oh snap, yeah man, see some money went. I got thing like
you know, struggles as well.
Yeah, them have struggles, them have struggled too. I know them that they are men of God. I know them that they are men who know the word, that they are embedded in the word. So when I had questions I'm at their home, I would call them. And then my journey was, as I said, it's been a lonely journey coming up. So I imagine I live in a community, nobody of my age group, so who is going to teach me the Bible? So I would spend hours because I would sit down. That's why I can tell people you have good peer pressure and bad peer pressure. And they became good peer pressure for me, because what happened was this, that they entered into my life, and when they enter into my life, they would have conversations and I couldn't partake because I didn't know anything about the Bible. So I was left out, and I've always been left out.
That motivated you to go in the Word.
So some
persons would have been distracted or given up.
That forced me to read my Bible. So I would get up, and I was working at the time. So they would be working, and I would call my brethren, yo brother, I'm just read the scripture. What does this mean? And he would tell me. And that's how I was growing. And so I was spending so much time that sometimes I would get up like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I would be reading my Bible straight, non-stop, until like 1, 2.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Not the food me not eat. Like, and I remember me I go up on like 40-day fast, because Nicholas and Jason always laugh at me for that. Because them always say, boy, you always dip on fasting. But I must commend Nicholas and Jason because they're always praying. So that was always their strong point. Nicholas and Jason, when it come to prayer, Nick spend hours in a prayer. Jason spend hours in a prayer. You know what I mean? But I was the fasting man. So when you check it out, I would fast half of the year. Every minute them link me doing the way I do, me dip on fasting. Like I'm always on fasting because you know what I mean, I wanted to know more, and that's how I got to the place to where I got to. And so not to go off topic, but I was talking to my wife about this last night, that somebody was talking to me and they were saying to me, yo bro, powerful artist, but you just need to put more Bible in your song. And I was there and I was laughing because I have a lot of Bible in my song. But the thing is, the regular artist put familiar scriptures in his songs. So when people hear it, they're like, oh, that it's a talk about John 3:16. Because it's familiar scriptures. But I have a song where I put in it and I say, demons get burned up from night till sun up. Back it is strong, my mouth, me nah run up. Me and Michael apart, from hell some should come up. Sword in my hand, chop them till hands numb up. No, one of David mighty man of valor killed, I think it was maybe like a 1,500 soldier by himself.
Yeah, man, and his sword became joined to the hand,
And they had to pry the sword. But people hear that and think that I'm just being clever and don't know that is Bible.
Oh dear.
So I have a lot of biblical references, but people don't know. So they look at me and say, oh, him bad, but him just. But you don't know the word. It's not my fault. You know what I mean? Someone want to say fly over your head, but it forced me to go deeper than the regular person, because I really didn't have the support. I really never had anybody to teach me or to really guide me and things. So I'm not, I must be honest with you, I'm not disappointed. Yes, I wish I had certain support and things, but I am the person who I am today
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. I
Where did you find? Where did you discover your love for music, and your musical ability?
I love music from, I believe I came out the womb dancing.
Singing. Oh.
Not singing, because I never had the confidence. I never had the confidence. How I got it was, I think I shared this with you, right? About how I started singing. How I started singing is the two brethren who I'm telling you about,
Yeah.
Marlon and Robert. They were a part of a group with another guy called Sons of Truth. Now, I did not like reggae gospel or dancehall gospel. As
You didn't like it.
No.
Why?
They would argue, because I used to say, yo, that's not a gospel.
Oh, so you're coming from the Grace Thrillers
Yeah,
kind of gospel, yeah.
well, not even Grace Children. I used to ask, my church sisters used to argue with me, because guess what? Every time I go in the car, guess what I want to play? Michael W. Smith.
Oh, okay.
So I was that type of person.
Yeah.
So when I heard about this, I never really too like it. So it wasn't one of them now, Marlon, who is actually the DJ, Robert is the singer. So they say, yo, we have a new song in it. Let me tell you. Because my first song that I wrote was, I was singing. I was the DJing.
Okay.
And so they did the song and I heard it and I said, yo. And Roberta sing, and then Marlon chip in and start DJ. And when him start DJ, I was about to really kind of lock shut down inside, but because I know him to be a man of God, I'm calm. And what he was spitting was Bible. And I say, yo, damn. And then this scripture played in my head. His word cannot return to him void. It must accomplish that which it set out to accomplish. So if Bible verse in the song, and it go out,
it's a word.
Return void. And that was what soothed me. And then I remember, because me and them, they used to call us the Three Musketeers at one point in time, because you always see the three of us together. And I remember one time them did a freestyle and I do them thing, and like people I say, yo, your time now, that are me. Like, I'm not a freestyler. You know what I mean? So they must say, yo, your time. And I remember I just started, and I remember the song too. Is that me? I said, Mr. The devil put a gun in me, and this wasn't planned. They answered and said, mm-hmm. And I'm say, and tell me every day, say me a bad man. Mm-hmm. And tell me must go rob another one. Mm-hmm. And tell me, and then it's like the whole place steered down. And it's like everybody I say, yo, you're bad. And it's like stand up and I say, yo, what am I talking about? Like,
yeah.
But I was surprised that all of those words were coming out of my mouth too.
In this particular genre, because it's not something that you had, originally,
No, I love dancehall before. I love dancehall because Sizzla Kalonji was always my artist.
Oh.
Beanie Man was my artist also.
Okay.
So I love dancehall, but even before I got saved, I was very big on R&B. So I would love like the Genuine and for them song where they must sing.
Yeah, okay.
Like that. And so I like those kind of stuff, even though I did rough. I still like the hardcore them, but I still like some of that more.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
I always had have that vibe, you know what I mean? That kind of mellow, laid back kind of vibe. And so this was new. You know what I mean? To do something like this, it was new. It just happened, and then I say, "Yo, damn, right, all right." Wow. If that's the case, then that's the case.
The impact that you've had and the opportunities that you've gotten through music, did any at all surprise you, or
Of course.
Tell us.
Of course, but it's surprise, bro. Like, I never expected that I would go to England, I would travel, go to Suriname, I would be all over the Caribbean, I would be in the United States, I would be in Canada. I never expect none of that. When I started music and started doing music, I never thought I would have reached to the point to where I walk on the road and people are saying to me, yo, Dunamis, yo, you, your body, me can get an autograph, or we can get a song. I
never expected that.
That was never my mindset, and people would come to me regularly and say to me, hey, when you were writing this song, what were you thinking? Or they would come to me and say to me, yo, you've been a blessing. And my response to them would always be, yo, to God be the glory. you know, bless God to God. But people would understand that it had nothing to do with I don't want to talk to them. It just had to do with I didn't know what to say to anybody because this was new.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
even 3-4 years ago when me I travel and I go all over and people that come and I tell me how my music bless them, I would still be there like, yeah man, to God be the glory. Because I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? If you put me in an interview and you ask me some questions, I will respond. But it's like when people just come to me
For
and
the blue, yeah,
yeah, and I say, yo, you've been a blessing. Like I don't know how to respond.
yeah, yeah.
I've never
Wow.
did, and I don't think I will ever reach the place to where
Really fully understand.
yeah,
Is there
because
any new music that we expect from you? No, or is that on a sabbatical?
yeah, I kind of taking a step back. Um, there's a lot going on, you know what I mean. There's a lot going on, and the drive that I had and the desire that I had, I think the industry broke me.
Why?
My experiences and my expectations where people were concerned and you know what I mean, I felt disappointed and I felt a little bit betrayed. I felt like, you know what I mean, I'm misunderstood and I was judged for being misunderstood. Um and I think not only that I couldn't handle some of the hypocrisy that I experienced. You know what I mean? I still couldn't fathom how somebody would say to you, come and sing at this show, and then when you get there, they don't believe that they should pay you. Um, and this is how you live. This is how you survive. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, if I had a 9 to 5, and then you say, if it was sufficient to really carry me through, I wouldn't charge anybody to do an event. But I just felt like, you know, we don't value people who are within those capacity. You know what I
Wow.
mean? And I felt like I felt used a lot of the time. I
Okay.
would go to an event and you know what I mean, I just felt used. You know, and just never wanted to be a part of certain thing because there are pastors, if you speak to them now, they'll tell you, I've never charged them one day and I've done several events for them. Why? Because every event that I've done for them, they have always ensured that they take care of me.
Yeah.
They understood that I have rent to pay, I have light, I have water, I have food, I have all of these things to do. And because of that, they would always prepare something sufficient that I can at least cover some of my
Yeah. You can't.
responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And stuff. And I felt like a lot of people did not embrace that aspect. They did
Mhm.
not value what
So
you do.
that broke you, and that has broken your
Yeah,
drive,
it
energy.
pushed me to the point where I never wanted to go out and do any events because I just felt like people tell you that they love your music, but the reality is this, that a lot of the times the people who putting on the shows, they really don't love you. They love what you can do because you can pull a couple of people to their event. And it wasn't about a genuine love some of the time with some of the people who was doing it. And you felt used after you're done. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Imagine you come and you sing 50, somebody say, "All right, I just want you for 10 minutes, but you ended up staying up there for 25, half an hour. You sweat out and everything and them come to you and give you a bottle of water. And you go home not knowing where you're going to eat. You know what I mean? You go home, and when you go home, you have to go home and wait outside because guess what? The landlord, you see the light in the landlord room place on. So you can't go in because you don't have the rent money. I'm saying so it's like you have to wait till them gone at them bed. You understand what I say before you can go in your house. So stuff like those broke me and then people who I trusted within the gospel fraternity betrayed me. You know, a lot of people who I trusted betrayed me and hurt me where relationships were concerned and you know, people who I thought had my back certain way, they really broke me and I just got to the point to where the desire, the inspiration to write new music wasn't there.
Wasn't there anymore.
You know what I
Mm.
mean? Because who am I going to sing to? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, and it just broke me from that, and I have a whole heap of music put down that I've recorded. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just
Just there, yeah.
yeah.
What what have you been spending the COVID season doing? I'm sure somebody as artistic as you and a deep think as you would, be utilizing this time productively in some particular venture.
um I've always loved clothes and I've always loved stuff like that. So my wife bought me a sewing machine, so I'm doing some work where that is concerned.
Okay, okay.
So I'm gradually learning. I'm doing it a little bit more now. She bought me for a while and I slacked off and I haven't been using it. But since recently I've been using it a lot more. And I'm getting better at it now where
Okay,
that is
good.
concerned. So, I want to make my own my family's clothes and make my clothes and stuff like that. And you know, if my wife said that my designs look good, so she said she believed that I should push it. But I've always been designing clothes. I used to just have people sew for me.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's something that's another artistic ability that has been on tap now based on, the necessity and the opportunity.
It's not even unpacking it because I've always been artistic. I'm all right. My father is one of the, and I'm not going to even hesitate in saying this. I will say this proudly. My father is one of the best carvers Jamaica has ever seen.
Okay.
And
So
I don't
it's
even
in your
stutter.
genes. It's in
I,
your genes.
I'm not stuttering in saying that. My father
Wow.
is one of the best carvers Jamaica has ever seen. Ever. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot remember which period of time my dad never have work.
Mm. Always at it.
If my dad get up now and if he lives in St. Elizabeth and for some reason decides to nasty at St. Elizabeth, never move to St. Mary, I guarantee you within a week he's doing work in St. Mary. Within a week he's doing work in Montego Bay. Within a week he's doing work in Westmoreland. Within a
Oh,
week anywhere at all him go, because my dad just need to show people what he has done, and
yeah.
that's it.
And
It's
that's
done.
it. Wow.
So
Wow. Wow.
I had that as a child. My dad gave me my first dresser drawer and said, carve it. And when I was finished, nobody knew mine different from his.
Oh,
That was my first carving. I can draw. Well, not that well anymore because I haven't practiced, but I still can handle myself. But I'm
okay.
very good where drawing is concerned.
Where all of these things are concerned. Okay, cool. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. How has you're married now? Tell us. We have about a minute. What that meant for you, especially in this time of your life.
It came at the right time. I was very broken when you know what I mean, and it came at the right time. I believe that the Lord actually used my wife and is using my wife to help me to be a better person. Um, I'm not perfect. I'm making a lot of mistakes, a whole heap, but I'm actually trying to do what is best in terms of for my family and for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I said to you earlier, with all the struggles that have been there,
Yeah.
and
You mentioned it.
yeah, those kind of stuff. So, but I love my family. Let me
Awesome.
say, I love my
Yes. I
family.
love your
You
family.
know what I mean? And they have in the short period of time that we've been married, because we've been married 9 months, going on to 10 months now. And in that period of time, I've seen some improvements within myself and within my attitude. So
Awesome.
I'm grateful.
Here. Thank you so much for stopping by Inside the Life Highlights. I'm sure many of your fans are waiting for new music, and as God continues to work on you and work in you and continue to perfect your life, we look forward to the end result of all of that. Keep on being artistic and developing. It's great to see you sewing and doing all of that. I'm looking forward to see some of those designs.
Sure, no problem.
All right, all the very best. Take care.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Bless you, man.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
The Ministry of Justice offers free counseling to victims of crime. Call 876 946